I study Chinese medicine and Nei Gong, alchemy or meditation, and martial arts together. And there's one element that I feel is often missing, one aspect of philosophy that is not discussed, and that's the stems and the branches. Now I notice you use these a lot in your emails that you sent out in your school about the seasons, and maybe we could have a discussion on how important you think the stems and the branches are.
I think the kind of like we go back the foundation 基本功, that's the kind of like the fundamental material of the Chinese the philosophy behind it, especially the Chinese medicine, the Chinese cosmology, Chinese astrology.
Yes.
So we see that 22 characters, 10 heavenly stems, 12 earthly branches, is kind of like 22 Chinese alphabet built up the whole traditional culture. So that all the character appeared, the one of oldest style, the documents, the Oracle Guang.
Yes.
So all the days they started to use already, the ancient time, and used for. The main part of my personal understanding, the whole knowledge is from the sky. The 28 lunar houses, the constellation, and how to relate with the Big Dipper and the sun, moon, and the 5 planets. So that's the whole yin yang 5 elements and the whole 28 lunar houses, the relationship represents the whole natural energy, how it affects the human being and our body. So that's the whole idea that man and nature is one microcosmos and macrocosmos, the whole connection through that heavenly stems branches. So we go back to the 5 elements. So we have the 5 elements form. And of course Chinese medicine, that's the fundamental philosophy. So that's the 10 heavenly stems, 12 earthly branches, just a different way, more kind of go detailed information to express that yin yang 5 elements, how the internal alchemy part, how the different elements transform the cosmological, the body part, the interactions, the different elements, what we see, kind of like a word, young word, young earth. See, for example, the young earth, young word, the 2 elements together, energy create conflicts. If young word in earth, the yin yang quality change, even the word control the earth, but that's not fighting, it can transform. The word and the earth we call the 家具化土, transform to the earth, so have the different quality, kind of the alchemy part, the shifting, and that heavenly stem, earthly branches will help us understand the whole internal alchemy process. And of course, the Chinese medicine part, they also represents the body. The 12 heavenly stem, earthly branches, the 10 heavenly stem can use for the represent the whole physical body, and the 12 earthly branches can describe the detailed the meridian systems and the 12 organ systems, the whole energetic pattern, how connect with the physical body and the spiritual body.
Definitely. I think trying to understand Chinese medicine, coming from the West, I mean, obviously being brought up in China, you must have these concepts surrounding you all the time. But we had to make a change, a shift to study Chinese medicine here, trying to understand how it fits together with its concepts that aren't so comfortable for us. I think
actually, I think that's not about the Western or Chinese. I think the main part, the missing part is modern and old. So the whole part of the tradition, you go back to China now, still, even the TCM school, the most part, they quickly introduce the, in Chinese medicine we have the heavenly stem, earthly branches, and most skip everything. No more what's related with your medical practice. And the really missing part, this part is kind of like older days, it's kind of like secret knowledge. Only those small group must continuing carry on through the disciple relationship passing down, and the majority, the practitioners, they still missed that past. And that's the part I think is not just not about the Western East, it's about the old and new, and the way Only all depends on who you are. If you're really seeking this kind of knowledge, you will find it.
Yeah, definitely. I found it hard to understand Chinese medicine without looking at the stems and branches.
Right.
And certainly how it connects to Qigong and to meditation and martial arts. For me, that was the bit that brought it all together.
Right.
Because we are told when we start that the Qigong and Tai Chi Chuan, and it includes Chinese medicine, but it's hard to see how they link. And then that for me was the key. I was starting to study that.
Right.
I think it needs to be looked at more. I find it fascinating.
Right. So I think that Singing Dragon, they published one book called Everlast Life.
Secret Everlasting Life.
Secret Everlasting Life. Actually, the origin text called the Can Tong Qi, Zhou Yi Can Tong Qi. That's one, actually, the most famous internal alchemy book.
Yes.
That's what we call the Wan Gu Dan Jing Wang. The Chinese name Wan Gu means 10,000 years. The king of the alchemy. King of the alchemy is the book. So it's important from Eastern Han Dynasty, Wei Boyang, the master Wei Boyang wrote that book. And you see his book all involved.
Yes,
the heavenly stem as branches describe the whole, the timing, the alchemy timing, the process.
It's a recommended book then.
Yeah, that's of course kind of for you training Nei Gong or Nei Gong, Chinese medicine. I think that's important.
Yes.
Kind of classic.
Definitely.
I think it should get it.
Okay, good.
That's careful. But the original text have a lot of information behind the text. Also, you really need someone understand what's behind that words.
Yes.
Like give you he use a lot of symbol.
Yes,
the special term.
Yes.
Like hidden meaning behind. You need to understand what's that symbol behind.
Same with all alchemy texts.
Connect.
Yeah.
So that's he uses the heavenly stem as a branch. Also describe about the nature, how the energy shifting, how we cultivate with the nature, the timing.
Yes, definitely.